And I'll tell you one study that speaks to this. So they look at third grade performance, right? Really what they're looking at are behavioral outcomes. So there's a couple things happening there. First, all kids get in trouble. All kids do stuff. They jump, they play, they hit, they cuss, they do all this kind of stuff. But first, it's a public-private divide. So in private schools, they call your parents. In public schools, they call the police. We need to change that. So whenever a kid gets in trouble, they call law enforcement. This instantly then gets them in the system. You might be 18 years old. They are on a radar. They are on a list, even if they haven't necessarily been charged. The other part of that, there was a study that looked at preschool suspensions. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know what 2 to 5 year olds are doing to get suspended from school, right? I mean, they're doing normal types of kid behaviors. But of course, there's a huge racial gap in who's suspended. African Americans are much more likely to be suspended, and black boys in particular are more likely to be suspended, even though black girls are much more likely to be suspended than white girls too, right? So it's a race and it's a gender gap. Now, one assumption people make, they're like, those black kids are just bad. But some of the research that we've been trying to do and what some of our contemporaries have been doing, they put eye trackers on glasses of teachers. They sent them into a classroom like this. They had observers. The observers were observing that kids were doing the same types of behavior, okay? But the teacher's glasses, which was measured down to the millisecond, whenever they heard a ruckus, whenever something happened, they zoned in on the black kid. And some of you all have siblings, you know, depending on whether or not you're the oldest or not, you instantly get looked at and get blamed. And your younger sibling sitting there, they done something they didn't have any business. At least that's how it is with my kids in my house. The point is that the eye tracker showed that even though the kids were engaging in the same behavior, who got caught for that behavior was part of the racial bias. And I think so part of the more, and so this is the thing about mobile technology as well that I was saying earlier, we're using these sort of things to gain information. When we talk about police killings, for example, we know how many people get the flu every year. We know how many people are killed by jellyfish, but we only have information from 16 states on how many people are killed by the police.